Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. I've been hearing about Forwardly, and since I've covered Humbl or Tsnp a couple times, I had a request to do Forwardly. Some are considering it a cheaper version of Tsnp, and they're kind of similar companies, but go ahead and leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments on Forwardly as opposed to Humbl Pay, and that might give us a little bit more information to talk about here. I found some information on Forwardly, and it's kind of interesting. Looks like it's I had one subscriber call Forwardly referred to Forwardly as TSNP's little brother, so I thought that was kind of interesting, but the more I dive into it, it kind of does look like a little brother. So again, it's Forwardly, and you can see it's trading for 76 cents, and we'll dive in a little bit deeper, and I'll show you what it is. But it's a holding company which engages in the identification, acquisition, and development of businesses in energy industry. The company was founded September 27, 2005, and is headquartered in Boulder City, Nevada. And I just released a video on TSNP, so go ahead and look for that in the library as well. But as you can see, Forwardly and TSNP trade, I mean, kind of, it's the same type of trade, which I thought was very interesting. To dive into a little bit more about Forwardly as an opportunity investor seeking to finance fresh ideas, the company is headed by George Sharp, and I covered him on my last TSNP video. We'll go over him again. As a longtime whistleblower advocate against microcap fraud, the defender of shareholder rights, in addition to his continued participation in these activities, Mr. Sharp consults to public companies, attorneys, and those associated with the financial markets. He is also the former consultant to OTC Market Group. And just to dive into a little bit more about what George is, found him here on Twitter, went over him on my TSNP video. I just released that about a half an hour ago. He's a well-known exposer of OTC fraud, advisor to public companies and SEC attorneys, former consultant to OTC Market, president of Forwardly, and the ticker is FORW. And come out with some good information here. This is a little bit older, but this will kind of help you put all the pieces together for Forwardly. They acquire warrants to purchase 500 million shares of Tesoro Enterprises, or TSNP, which will be probably be changing from what I see the ticker tomorrow to Humbl Pay. So Boulder City, George Sharp, president and CEO of Forwardly, announced today that the company has made a cash investment in Tesoro Enterprises, soon to be renamed Humbl Incorporated, as one of the two parties to purchase Tesoro warrants. These warrants enable Forwardly to purchase up to 500 million shares of Tesoro common stock within a period of 2 years. The agreement between Forwardly and Tesoro was entered into November 23rd of 2020, and its closing was contingent on the completion of the merger between Humbl and Tesoro Enterprises, which has now taken place. According to Mr. Sharp, Humbl's business model and leadership in blockchain-based, and I've covered a lot of blockchain, so if you're interested in blockchain, go ahead and check my library. In the last 2-3 days, I've released quite a few blockchain videos. I also had some requests for those, trying to clear up some of the confusion into what blockchain actually is. The investment has already proven to be mutually beneficial as a result of public enthusiasms in Humbl's endeavors and the fortuitous Timing of the execution of the purchase agreement. The warrants negotiated by Forwardly are already well in the money, and Forwardly owns an asset currently worth over $100 million. This will provide us leverage to raise additional funds of all our projects in optimally attractive terms. If you don't know what Humbl Pay is, go ahead and check out my other videos. I'll try to link those in the description with this Forwardly video. Humbl is to deliver high-quality, low-cost digital payments and financial services. The Humbl network was designed to support vertical markets such as government, banking, wireless, and merchants in Latin America, Caribbean, Asian, and Africa who are seeking to migrate to digital payment and financial technologies to help reduce costs and improve settlement speeds for customers. And as you follow Humbl, their mobile app, I haven't heard when that's being released. If you have any information on that, go ahead and leave that in the description as well. Go ahead and pause the video and you can read the rest there for yourself. Forwardly Incorporated raises $1.5 million in private equity funding. George Sharp, president and CEO of Forwardly, announced today that the company has raised a total of $1.5 million in equity funding. All but $50,000 of the funds were raised in a new fixed convertible debenture that was negotiated on January 15, 2021 and closed on the January 29, 2021. And feel free to pause the video and read the rest there for yourself. Again, this is on Yahoo Finance. We already covered who George was, so now you kind of put all the pieces together. I had some other information here. It said each penny change up or down in TSNP's share price represents a change of $5 million move in Forwardly's asset value. So I thought that was pretty interesting as well. Back to Reddit. There's some people talking about Forward here and TSNP. Nothing really in the last couple days. So I went over here to StockTwits, and everybody's bullish on Forwardly. TSNP's toxic show and must coming from the bulls, much more enjoyable over here. So I think people are trading both of them, and maybe can take the volatility for TSNP. Both of these are going to be volatile at times, and if you're in them for the long run, you should be fine. Again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, and now would be the perfect time to smash that like button if you haven't hit that yet, as well as subscribing, because I'm got a couple other fintech, more TSNP, more Forwardly videos coming out in the days to come, and everything else that I cover here on the channel. If you follow the Dems, everything's going solar, EVs, MJ, I cover it all. So, and I think people have been trading both of these, and when they get ticked off at TSNP, looks like from what I read, they're getting into Forwardly. Just as this is talking about the news release, and we've all been waiting here till the end of the month, but that's fine. So kind of some interesting information. I was going to look into this swarm also. I thought that was kind of an interesting one. So, and nothing here on tip ranks, but just wanted to do a video here on Forwardly, and you can see why, because they trade pretty much the same. So there's and this one has also been going up here in the last month, especially. You could have got into it for 15 cents. And so again, they kind of trade the same. So, and Not too late to get in on this one. Again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, but I might try a couple shares here and just see what happens with it, especially if they're going to be going a little bit lower today. I've been kind of watching it and Tsnp, so if this goes back to $1, probably going to be picking up some more shares of this one, and might try a couple on Forwardly here, so we'll see if it can get back to the 72. Maybe I'll put in a order for 70 cents. We'll see, test that, or maybe 71. So, but if you have either Forwardly or Tsnp, leave that in the comments and what your thoughts are on FORW. And like I said, I've been looking into it, had a request or two about Forwardly, so wanted to get that video done. And that is it for this one, and if you haven't smashed that like button, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. That would really help out the channel. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, and I thank you for all the support. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.